Hi everyone, my name is Cisse Mamadou, and I'm the CEO of Cisse Real Estate. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you like this video, you can go ahead and subscribe, leave comments, critiques. I welcome everything and everybody, right? So today I'm going to talk to you about first-time home buyers in the state of California. So I'm a licensed real estate agent in the state of California, and I do transact about 3 to 4 property a month, depending of months, of course. So as a first-time home buyer, what do you need to know, and what are you looking for? What should you be looking for? Those are things that I'm going to be answering in this video. So the first thing you need as a home buyer is most definitely a lender, somebody who's going to definitely give you the funds to purchase your home, unless you have cash. If you have cash, that's a different story, right? So once you make the conscious decision to buy a home, talk to your lender. I'm not a lender, so again, I'm a real estate agent, but and my chosen lender will be whatever lender that will be taking care of you and give you the best rate. I know people who are in lending business, but I'm not very particular about any specific lender that you need to choose. So you need to find your own a lender, or I can help guide you to lenders who have been in business for a very long time. So once you talk to a lender and the lender evaluate your financial statements and tell you, what, you can afford a home in this specific price. So that would give us a range, a price range. So that will allow me to get you something you need or you want within your needs and means as well. So that being said, like in a few years back, a lot of people bought homes they couldn't afford. So I'm not a big fan of that. I would like you to buy a home that you can afford within your means. And if you call me next time to sell that home, it's because you're moving on to the bigger and better things, not because you cannot afford it. So based off of a pre-approval letter from the lender, after evaluating your income, then you can call me, or you can even call me before, but that's when you and I can go out and pretty much start looking into properties. So once we find once we find a property that you like, and that's within your means, then I gotta work my magic. That's what I gotta go in, write an offer on your behalf, and submit the offers. Once the offer gets accepted, now the next step is called escrow. Escrow is usually 30 days or plus, sometimes 27 days, depending of the terms of a contract. So basically, escrow is nothing but the process of purchasing the home from the beginning to the end. Because during escrow, there's few people involved, including yourself as a buyer or seller. Well, the seller is involved too. So specifically, this video is for first-time home buyers. So you as a buyer, the seller who's selling the home, if you have an agent, your agent. If the seller has an agent, the seller's agent, and your lender, and so on. So once escrow opens, basically you're gonna bring your deposit according to whatever, based off your pre-approval letter, according to whatever the lender told you. And once you have that, and then that gets wired to escrow. So escrow is basically a third party, a neutral third party, to make sure that the transaction is being done according to the contract. The contract is all what escrow look at. It's gonna see, okay, the seller decide this, the buyer decide this. So whatever amount you're gonna offer, it will be on a contract as well. So if there's any price change or increase or decrease, then there will be an amendment to that. So that will be the job of escrow. So the escrow is there to pretty much make sure that the transaction is done as said in the contract. And then we take your money right here, take the seller deed right there at the close of escrow, boom, they will swap it, give you the property and give the seller the money. So that's pretty much what escrow is. And during escrow, there's a few things you're gonna definitely need to know. The first thing is gonna be the inspection. In the state of California, every single buyer has the right to hire a home inspector who's gonna check the foundation and different things in the house, material facts and other things, to make sure that and give you a report to make sure that you know the home you're buying. If you have any issue legally, you can cancel escrow and back out and look for a better property. Or if there's any issue, you can go ahead and tell the seller to fix it, or you guys can come to a mutual agreement. That's the inspection, which is the very first contingencies. The second contingency is going to be the appraisal. Appraisal is basically where the bank comes in and tell you how much your property worth. So the lender is going to send somebody an appraiser out, and they're going to go appraise the property according to their own comparables. So once that's done, the bank will be able to tell you, okay, for instance, if you offer $500,000 on a property, the bank is going to tell you, okay, the property worth $500,000, and you can move forward. If the appraisal comes low, meaning that you offer $500,000, the appraisal came at $490,000. Now you got to go back, you got to talk to your agent, so your agent can go back and negotiate, and ask the seller to reduce the purchase price to the appraisal value, and then you can negotiate from there. Or the seller can tell you, okay, you got to pay the difference depending on what it is. That's why it's crucial to get yourself an agent like me, right? So, and the third contingency is going to be the loan contingency itself. During the loan, the transaction, anything's possible. People lose their jobs, and things pop out of nowhere. Sometimes people purchase property going through other things. Buying a property is probably the biggest investment most of us make nowadays. So it's really crucial to make sure that you're gonna perform. But if you don't, the loan contingency will protect you as a buyer. So that being said, you have the right to cancel anytime during the transaction before you remove those contingencies. If your loan doesn't go through, let's say that for whatever reason your loan doesn't go through, or they rather kick your loan back, which I hope it won't be the case. Your deposit is there. The deposit is there. You won't lose your deposit. You can cancel and get your full deposit back according to the loan contingency clauses. So again, these three main clauses that protects you as a buyer that you need to know, that most agents won't tell you. The first clause is the inspection contingency. The second clause is the appraisal contingency, and the last one is also the loan contingency. And because once we open escrow, you're gonna put a deposit down, and that's what's gonna protect your deposit. All right. If you like this video, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Leave me comments, critiques, or questions. I welcome everything, and I welcome everybody once again. I have multiple videos just like this, educational, and I'm gonna keep putting out more. So take care, everybody.